Leeds United last year got relegated to the Championship, but it looks like they're bouncing right back up. They're third in the league right now, and this doesn't surprise me because they've got some balls in their team, one of which is Summerville, who's the Championship's third top goal scorer. Their current manager, Daniel Farke, has done a great job rejuvenating this team, but guys, now it's my turn. So today, I've become the new manager of Leeds United with the goal of not only getting them back into the Premier League, but making them the best team in the world. Now, this is the starting 11 I've just loaded into with Leeds United, and let me tell you something, guys, we have got a lot of talent in this squad. We've got French youngster Jorginho Rutter, who's already 73 overall and showing great potential. We also have Dutch winger Summerville, who I've already said is the league's third top goal scorer. He's definitely one of our best players. And my personal favourite, Wilfried Gnonto, the Italian winger, who's already 74 overall at 19 years old. I'm going to do my absolute best to make him our endgame left winger. Now, we do have a couple of free agents that are pretty big parts of the team already, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And to be fair, guys, it isn't exactly the oldest team as well. We've only got 4 players who are 30 years old or above. There's literally nothing wrong with this Leeds United team. And on top of that, we've got just under 40 million in our budget to begin our journey with Leeds United. It just gets better and better. So now that we've looked through the team, looked at our budget, looked at everything to do with Leeds United, we have absolutely got to be going for promotion like they are in real life. And this time I'm going for the wing play tactical vision because, as you guys know, Summerville and Gnonto are absolutely rapid. And after messing around with the team, this is the strongest starting 11 we can field, and whilst it is absolutely fantastic in my opinion, there are some areas of the pitch we can definitely improve. Like Byron, for example, he's 72 overall, he's almost 30 years old. If we get a better left back, we'll definitely look better for game promotion. And remember, we've got Spence and Rodon currently on loan to us, so we've got to make our minds up whether we want to keep them on a permanent deal or whether we're happy to let them go back to their parent clubs at the end of season 1. But either way, guys, we've got a lot of money to spend on this Leeds United team, and whilst we ain't going to be able to attract the best talents in the world, with this amount of money we can definitely bring some talent into this team to help us get promotion. Now, I said we needed a left back and I found one. Borna Sosa from Ajax is 25 years old and 77 rated. Now, I know you guys are thinking because he plays for Ajax you wouldn't fancy move to Leeds United, but I beg to differ. Ajax right now aren't doing very well in real life, and Leeds United are definitely on the up, so I feel like he'd want to go from a jumping ship to one that's on the rise. And there it is, guys, it's official. We spent 14.7 million on Borna Sosa, but I feel like he'll be with us long after we get promoted to the Premier League. And now we've got 21 million left in our budget, and remember, we've got 2 players on loan to us right now, and we've got to figure out what their future is with Leeds United. Now, Joe Rodon is pretty decent. He's 25, 74 overall, but I feel like once we get promoted to the Premier League, we can definitely bring in a better centre-back than him anyway, so I don't think I'm going to bring him in on a permanent basis. Now, we have kind of glossed over Jaden Anthony. He's 23, 73 overall. He's currently on loan from Bournemouth. He's a decent player, but we've got Summerville and Gnonto. I don't feel like we've got any room for this guy in the starting 11. But that brings me to Jed Spence. He's only 22, he's worth 7.5 million, and he's 74 overall. So not only is this guy affordable, he'll be one of our best players in the entire starting 11. I feel like we've got to bring him in on a permanent deal. And for 9 million on the dot, that is exactly what we did. And that leaves us with 9 million in the budget. And this might be a controversial decision, but as far as signing players, that is our transfer window done. But there's one more thing that I've done behind the scenes. I have sent a stupid amount of players out on loan, and there's 2 separate reasons for this. Players like Archie Gray, Hajelde, and Mateo Joseph just won't get game time that they need to improve, so I'm sending them away to improve elsewhere. And players like Daniel James and Joel Perot, whilst they are very goddamn good players at Leeds United, they aren't a part of my plan this season. So I've loaned these players out to make sure they get the game time they need to improve, whilst the players I want to improve in Leeds United do improve as well. And that means this is the starting 11 going into season 1, and I absolutely love this because every single player in the starting 11 now is not only a very good player, but they're the players I want in the starting 11. And you guys know exactly what I want from our first year in charge of Leeds. I want to get us back into the Premier League, and I feel like this is the team that's going to make that happen. And I was absolutely spot on. We are second in the Championship at the end of season 1. We're automatically promoted back to the Premier League, and we did it in style. 102 points, man. That's phenomenal. We did also make the quarters of the FA Cup, only losing to the bottle jobs too. But we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup in round 1. But you know what? We've just been automatically promoted. I don't really care. And just look at the starting 11, man. Everybody's improved. Everybody's looking happy. It looks like my plan for season 1 was almost executed to perfection. But somehow Patrick Bamford was our top goal scorer, getting 25 goals and 6 assists in 51 games. How does that work when he was on the bloody subs bench? But you know what? Moving that aside, everybody else did actually put a shift in, and more importantly, we got promoted to the Premier League. It's now up to these boys and myself to make sure that we not only stay in the Premier League for Season 2, we do well and thrive in it, because our journey with Leeds United has only just begun. So it's now time for Season 2 with Leeds United, and your boys are back in the Premier League. But like I said last year, now it's time to keep them there and make sure they thrive in the Premier League. And we've got a lot of money to work with in Season 2, 91 million to be exact, but that's not the best news. We have had a lot of players return from their loan moves last year, and it has made our team a lot stronger. Maximilian Wober's returned, who's 79 rated at only 26 years old. Mark Rocker's returned, who's 27 years old and 77 rated. And Luis Sinisterra's returned, he's 80 rated and only 25 years old, man. And this is basically made or spoiled for choice on who we want to actually use in the starting 11. Now, without making any changes whatsoever, this is the strongest starting 11 we can field in. Honestly, guys, I reckon this team can do pretty well in the Prem, but there are a couple of things that I want to do. I'm sending these guys out on loan for basically the exact same reasons as last year. And whilst Rocker and Koch have come back from their loan moves and slotted straight back into the starting 11, we've got a lot of money to spend, and I want to spend it on these positions. And hopefully once I've spent this money, the team I'll be looking at going into Season 2 will be a team that I'm very happy and content with. Now, to start the transfer window, I went for Shaver Slager from RB Leipzig. He's 26, 83 overall, but he definitely wasn't cheap, as we had to spend 39 million to make him a Leeds United player. And that leaves us with 50 million to bring in a centre-back, and the player I'm thinking of bringing in will let the rest of the Premier League know that we aren't a pushover for Season 2. And that player is Alessio Robignoli. He's 29, 83 rated. I know he plays for Lazio, but right now they're like 10th or 9th in the Serie A, so I think he preferred to jump ship to a team on the up. And just like that, the deal was done for 39 million on the dot. We have made Alessio Robignoli a Leeds United player, and that's our transfer window done for Season 2. And now the starting 11 looks like this, heading into our first year in the Premier League. And I've got to say, guys, I feel like we're going to smash it. I'm not saying we're going to get European football, because that's just completely delusional, but what I am saying is we're going to be nowhere near that relegation zone, and we're going to comfortably survive the Prem, finishing around mid-table. And I was absolutely right. We finished 11th in the league, almost smack bang mid-table. And you know what the best part is? We weren't actually that far off the top 6. Maybe next year we can focus on getting that, but for now I'll definitely take mid-table. But this time we only made it to round 4 of the FA Cup, and we made it to round 2 of the Carabao Cup, so it's back to square one, doing poorly in domestic competitions. And just look at the starting 11, man. Pretty much everything I've wanted to happen has happened, man. There's only a couple of areas of the team we need to focus on for next year, but other than that, it is absolutely golden. And Summerville was our best player this year, getting 24 goal contributions in 41 games. But aside from Summerville, nobody else really stepped up to the plate. Maybe the stats will look better for Season 3. But the good news is, going into Season 3, the team we'll be rocking with will be miles better than the team we started Season 2 with. And with us finishing only 11 points outside the top 6, I think we're a couple of really good signings away from playing European football pretty soon. But before we go any further, if you're enjoying the video so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. So it's now time for our 3rd year in charge of Leeds United, and like I said last season, if we make the correct signings this transfer window, we'll stand a pretty good chance of getting European football. Now, when you look at the team, Gelhardt, Wober and Spencer, the 3 weakest links in that starting 11. So I'm thinking if we bring in better players for these positions, we'll definitely get one step closer to achieving our objective this year, which is to get into that top 6. But this time we've only got 71 million in our budget, and if we're going to bring in 3 higher quality players than the ones we've already got right now, that just isn't enough. So I am putting all of these players on the transfer list, and hopefully once I've sold all these players, our transfer budget will be high enough to bring in those 3 higher quality players we're after. And after successfully selling all the players that I put on the transfer list, we've now got just under 135 million in our budget, and that is more than enough for what I want to do. And the first thing I wanted to do was go in for Lucha Alcatruda. He's 25, 84 rated, he's 6'1", amazing stats to go with it, and for 40 million on the dot, we made him a Leeds United player. And I'm also going for Kevin Danso. He's 26, 84 rated, he's 6'3". This guy is an absolute monster. And just like that, for 47.1 million, Kevin Danso is the latest addition to the team. And that leaves us with 40 mil to bring in a central attacker midfielder, and believe me guys, I've got the perfect player in mind. Rayan Shirky is the player I want. He's 21, 79 rated, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, can play anywhere up top. He is legit the perfect successor to Gelhardt. And for the total amount of 27 mil on the dot, he is now a Leeds United player, and that's our transfer window done. And now the team looks like this, and into our 2nd year in the Premier League, and I can't lie guys, I'm very goddamn proud of the work we've done so far. Obviously our objective this year is to get European football, whether that's the Europa Conference League, Europa League or the Champions League for that matter. But at the very least, this team should absolutely finish above where we finished last year, man. It is levels above the team we went into Season 2 with. And not only have we finished above where we did last year, we have got European football for Season 4, man. We finished 5th in the Premier League at the end of Season 3. And we were so close to getting Champions League football, man. Goal difference is the only thing that separated ourselves from that competition. But you know what? I'm content with Europa League for now, but next year we are gunning for the Champions League. We also made the FA Cup final, but Arsenal absolutely battered us. And we did make it to round 4 of the Carabao Cup. To be fair, guys, this is a rare occasion where we do well domestically. And the team is coming on leaps and bounds. I'm not too sure why a couple of players aren't exactly happy. We got Europa League football, for God's sake, next year. Cheer up, lads. And Summerville, Rutter, Nonto all put a shift in this year, gaining at least 20 goal contributions each. But I'm gassed this year, man. We've qualified for European football next year, man. The Europa League ain't going to know what's hit it. Especially with the improvements I'm planning on making with this team next year. If you think it looks good now, wait until you see what it looks like going into Season 4. So it's now time for our 4th year in charge of Leeds United, and we've got just under 150 million to spend. And believe me, guys, I know exactly where to put this money. I'd like a better left back than Borna Sosa. Granted, he's been phenomenal since we bought him way back when, but now I think he's reached the peak of his potential. It'll take him 126 weeks to become an 85 rated player, man, and for me, I can't wait that long. We need to bring in somebody better. And I'd like a better CDM than Ampadu. Now, I know he's only 25 years old, he's 83 rated, and he's still got a little bit of potential. We need somebody better because now we're playing in Europe. And let's be honest, guys, we've got a lot of money to spend, and if we spend it on those two positions in particular, the team overall will massively improve. Now, I said I wanted a better left back, and that's exactly what I found. Lucas Hernandez, he's 30 years old, granted, but he's 85 overall. He's got a ton of European football experience, and for 47 million on the dot, the deal was done. And I'm going for Manuel Locatelli for that CDM role. He's 86 rated, 28 years old. He is miles better than Ampadu as a player, and if we're to take the Europa League seriously this year, we need a player like Locatelli in the team. But he wasn't cheap in the slightest. He cost us 70 million on the dot, but with the signing of Locatelli, that is our transfer window done for Season 4. And now the team looks like this heading into the new campaign, and it's hard to believe we've only been in charge of Leeds United for 4 seasons, and it looks this good already. This season, I think we have to be going for Champions League football, and we've got to at least make the semi-finals of the Europa League. Now, we are in Group A of the Europa League alongside OGC Nice, SC Nordsjælland, and Malmo FF. And this is our first time competing in a European competition with Leeds United, so let's hope to God that the boys can make it a bloody good one. Now, I don't know how we've done in the Europa League yet, but we finished 2nd in the Premier League, securing our place in the Champions League for Season 5. That is absolutely fantastic. And what's even better, we finished 2 points behind champions Liverpool, and we finished 5 points above the bottle jobs, man. We're not far off winning the Premier League. We did, however, only make it to round 4 of the FA Cup, but it's safe to say we had a bit of a shocker here. And we also made it to round 4 of the Carabao Cup, so domestically we haven't done too well at all. As for the Europa League, we finished 2nd in our group, joint on points with OGC Nice, but I'm assuming head-to-head took a part in this because they finished top and we go to the prelim round. And that's where Real Madrid just knocked us out 1-0 on aggregate. Come on, man, what are Real Madrid doing in the Europa League? I can't help but feel like if we play against any other team, we have a good chance of winning this competition. And looking at the starting 11, I absolutely believe that is the case, but you know what? I don't really care anymore because we've qualified for the Champions League. And the stats look bloody brilliant. Nonto with 29 goal contributions, Rutter with 24 and 8, Summerville with 12 and 5, and Locatelli doing well, getting 6 goals and 12 assists too. I'm going to be honest, I feel like we're going to upset quite a few big teams in the Champions League next year, man. We just need to be very smart in the transfer window for Season 5. So it's now our 5th year in charge of Leeds United, and we've got a staggering 176 million to spend. The good news is, though, I know just where to put this money. Now, as you can see from the squad up, we've literally only got one goalkeeper in Malier, so the first thing that we need to do is bring in a second choice goalkeeper. And as you guys can see on the suspense, we've got one centre back there, and that's Koch, and he's our second choice centre back. But he definitely isn't good enough to replace either Romagnoli or Danso if anything happens to them, so we need a better second choice centre back. And I'm also replacing Shirky as our central attacking midfielder. To be honest, he's really disappointing me. His potential stagnated at 84 rated, and if we're to take the Champions League seriously this year, we need somebody better. But as you can see, we've got plenty of money to work with, and with only 3 positions to sort out, we should have no problem doing that. And starting with Shirky's replacement, I'm going for Sunset from PSG. He's 27, 87 rated, he's 6'2". This guy is an absolute monster, and for 91.5 million, he now plays for us. And that leaves us with 77 million to spend on those 2 positions, and I know just the players to bring in. For the centre-back, I'm going for Presnel Kimpembe from Newcastle. He's 6'2", 31, 84 rated, and the best part about it is his contract's running out, meaning we'll get a much cheaper deal. And for the second choice is keeper I'm going for Andre Onana. He's 84 rated, he's 31 years old. He might not be doing well in real life for Manchester United, but last year he made the Champions League final. You don't get there with having a poor goalkeeper. And for the combined total of 42 million on the dot, we have signed Presnel Kimpembe and Andre Onana on a permanent deal, and that's our transfer window done for season 5. And now the starting 11 looks a little bit like this going into the season ahead, and I've just this second noticed a couple of players have actually already improved in the starting 11. And just look at the bench too, man. We have got talent in every single position ready for anything that happens in the starting 11. We have got such a good season ahead of us. And to be honest, my objectives this year are quite simple. Win the Premier League and do as much damage as we possibly can in the Champions League. Now, we have been put into Group H alongside Sevilla, Fiorentina and Celtic, and to be fair, guys, that is quite a competitive group. But with the team that we've built and developed over the course of the last 5 years, I'm expecting us to absolutely dominate that group and make it as far as possible in the Champions League. But let's forget about the Champions League for a sec. We've won the Premier League by 6 points in the end, man. Leeds United are officially the best team in England. That only took us 5 years to do it as well, guys. Leeds United board of directors, you know where to find me. As for the FA Cup, we only made it to round 4 where bloody Stoke City knocked us out. Of all teams, it had to be Stoke City, didn't it? But we have won the Carabao Cup, beating the Bottle Jobs 3-1 in the final. That's the double secured this season. But heading over to the Champions League, we did comfortably top our group in the end. Undefeated, may I add. That is a very positive start. And we absolutely slapped Lazio 4-1 in the round of 16. And we get our revenge on Real Madrid, beating them 5-4 in the quarters, and we make it to the semis. We could be playing Liverpool, Fiorentina, Dortmund, but to be fair, we've just beaten Madrid. I fancy our chances against any single one of those teams now. And we battered Dortmund in the semi-finals 4-1 on aggregate, and we're playing Fiorentina in the final. Oh my god, they beat Liverpool 3-1. Now, Liverpool are a very good team, and if Fiorentina have battered them, we need to be bloody cautious about playing these guys. And looking at our stats, guys, it's been the best season we've ever had. Just look at our front three, for goodness sake. They've definitely put a shift in. And for once, we're going into our final where our strongest starting 11 is playing no injuries and no suspensions. And I'm dead happy because the 3 players I wanted to build this team around are in the Champions League final, and Nonto, Rutte, and of course Summerville. But up to this point, we've only won 2 trophies with Leeds United, and that come this season in the form of the Carabao Cup and of course the Premier League. But now we have the chance to make history with Leeds United and win them their first ever European competition. We just need to beat Fiorentina to achieve this. Summerville is in behind Fiorentina's defence. I see that cross. Oh, that's beautiful. Surely that's 1-0. There it is. The first chance we get, 15 minutes in. Wilfred Nonto makes it 1-0. That was a fantastic goal, to be fair. Summerville's beautiful ball into Nonto, completely left alone, and he buries it. Here come Fiorentina, though. They're on the ball in the box. That's great defending. Gertrude's on the ball now, though. Oh, we see. Oh, that's beautiful. If we can get this into the box, maybe Sunset. Can we dink it in? Nope. Oh, that's great defending. Sunset's on the ball now. Edge of the box. Okay, let's work this round. Slog. I tell you what, he's got a bit of room, though. Can we hit it? Yes, we can. Forces a save. If you can get this, a decent ball in. That's a great delivery. It's gone straight back to Summerville, though. It takes it down. Let's go back post. That's a great ball. Nobody's there. Rutte, get on the rebound, lad. Oh, my God. You jammy gets Fiorentina. Summerville's on the ball. Let's go back post. Oh, wow. That's a little bit too far back. Kimpembe's taking a shot. He gets tackled before he even gets a chance to hit it. Devon Wrench is on the ball on the right-hand side of the pitch. We all know how quick he is. He's gone inside. Fiorentina are on the ball now. Oh, they foul. That's a oh, my God. That was almost an OG. This is now a Fiorentina corner, though. Surely that's straight into Mellier's hands, and it is. Now the second off, we've got Rutte on the ball. He's cut inside. Can we spot that? Nope. Oh, that was definitely the wrong pass. I should have gone inside. Here come Fiorentina again. We need to close them down. Oh, that's a good ball. Okay. He's done us. Oh, that's a great save from Mallier. Rutter's on the ball. He's breaking by himself. There's literally no one with him. Can we find him back post? Oh my God, this could be beautiful. Oh my God, that would have almost been the perfect counter-attack. Summerville on the corner. A good delivery. Could see this game coming to an end. Oh my God, that is a fantastic header. I think that was Kimpembe, but I don't care who it was. That header was absolutely beautiful. And that is 2-0 to us. The game has surely got to be dead and buried at this point, man. Fiorentina need an absolute miracle to get back into it. With that being said, we've got Nonto on the ball. Oh, we see Rutte on the outside. Can we get him on his right foot? It forces yet another save. I'm not being funny. How the hell did this Fiorentina team beat Liverpool 3-1 on aggregate, man? What did Liverpool do? Bloody play the reserve team or something? Fiorentina are coming up, but it's too late. The full-time whistle has just blown. Not only have we made them the best team in England by winning the Premier League, we've secured the treble, we've won them the Champions League, making them the best team in the world. And it only took us 5 seasons to do it. This Leeds United team is absolutely cracked. But that is the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed. I want to wish you guys a very happy new year, and if you want to watch another one of my videos, just click right here.